Hey guys, it's Luca from Learning MTG. Today I want to talk about Tyvar Rona and just go through the games in my last league. I went 4-1 in my last league. I think the deck it's getting better too the more that I kind of tune it. So let me just go through the mana base and the whole deck list. So I'm playing 23 lands. You could probably play less, but I prefer to play like 23, 24 lands and then play some utility lands like 2 Boseiju, 2 Otawara, Takenuma. I think it's pretty free. You kind of want to hit your land drops. Like hitting 4 land drops for Karn is pretty good. Also, like hitting land drops maybe for a dig through time, something like that. Okay, so now we've got the combo, right? So the combo is Retraction Helix, Rona, and Mox Amber. You only play 3 Mox Amber because you want to be able to Karn for Mox Amber. But I'm not completely sold on this. It's possible that it's ideal to play 4 Mox Amber main deck because it's just so good in the deck. So I've cut down to 2 Keenan. I'm playing 7 elves. It's possible. I don't know what the correct number of elves may be. Maybe 8, maybe 6, maybe 7. Right now I'm going with 7. If you play too many, then your deck you're just gonna like flood. But it's definitely like a really good turn 1 play. I found that in Pioneer. Pioneer is like all about curving out. I feel like whatever deck you're playing, you need to curve out to win. And basically, like any unspent mana in the first few turns is really detrimental. So based on that, like yeah, Llanowar Elf is one of the strongest things you can be doing. Even though with this deck you don't really abuse it so much because a lot of times on turn 2 you're just gonna play Rona. There's like even Tyvar is worse than playing Rona on turn 2. Just because if you get to untap with Rona, there's a pretty good chance you can win the next turn. Okay, and then we've got 4 Jace, 2 Keenan. Keenan is sometimes good, sometimes kind of useless. Sometimes it's just 2 mana do nothing. It does turn out it's really good with Mox Amber. Although that being said, your deck's already really good with Mox Amber, so I'm not completely sold on Keenan. Also in this deck list, all our creatures are humans, except for Llanowar Elves. So Keenan just doesn't find anything really. It just finds elves. I've added Realm and Realm Breaker. Obviously, Jace is just amazing in this deck. It's a legendary, so untaps your Rona, works with Mox Amber. It flashes back Retraction Helix, flashes back Dig Through Time. It's really good in this deck. Ren and Realm Breaker, I haven't drawn it very often, but it's just in theory should be really good in this deck because it's just like I think in this deck you want to have cards that punish your opponent for playing like turn 1 Fatal Push, turn 2 go for the throat, like removal. You want to be able to play like, okay, you spent all your turns killing my stuff, I'm gonna play the Planeswalker. Also obviously just really sick with Llanowar Elves. Can kind of against certain decks, if you play turn 1 Llanowar Elves, turn 2 Ren and Realm Breaker, it's kind of like winning on the spot. Although this has never happened to me. It's just in theory. I feel like you should win the game on the spot if that happens. Also, yeah, I mean, mill 3 cards, put a permanent into your hand is really strong in this deck. The only cards in your deck that are not permanents are 4 Retraction Helix, 3 Dig Through Time. So you're hitting 53 out of 60 cards, which is pretty freaking good. I've decided to play Dig Through Time over Treasure Cruise. Dig Through Time's way better than Treasure Cruise. The only real downside of Dig Through Time is you can't play Gigantho, which kind of sucks, but I found that this deck, actually, I think with most decks, having just an extra 5/5 is usually not going to turn a loss into a win. It's pretty rare, in my opinion. So, yeah, going with Dig Through Time I think is the correct choice. Potentially 4 Dig Through Time is the correct number. I'm settled on 3 for now. In the sideboard, I'm going crazy with Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is in general, it's kind of the card that I want in post-board games against grindy matchups. It's also really insane against the blue-black rogue deck. that everyone's playing now, just because they're trying to mill you, and you know, if you like Treasure Cruise, exile 7 cards, then they can't even counter it with Drown with Lock. So Treasure Cruise is a pretty good counter to that deck. I think 4 may be excessive, so still working on the sideboard. I can tell you the cards that I find that are kind of like indispensable, these are the cards that I search for the most. Mox Amber is definitely the card you search for the most. There's so many times you just find Mox Amber, win the game on the spot. Obviously, Aetherflux Reservoir, you find every game that you combo, which is almost every game that you win. And then, like, the value cards, Sky Sovereign, Ezekiel's Chariot, are really, really important. Paradox Engine, also I win many games with Paradox Engine. If you don't have a Rona, but you have Retraction Helix, you can usually win the game with Paradox Engine. Usually not too hard, as long as you have, like, a couple creatures in play. Or you could even win with only 1 creature in a Mox Amber. These cards I don't find so much. So potentially maybe these cards over here are worth changing for something else. Even though they're super, super strong. Like, in theory, you know, like Damping Sphere is completely insane against Lotus Field. This is insane against some kind of combo deck, maybe like Atraxa. But in practice, I really haven't searched for these much. So it's possible I may want to change some of these 5 over here, but these are indispensable. Ezekiel's Chariot and Sky Sovereign, they help you like turn into a mid-range game if you think you can win on that axis. So Treasure Cruises, maybe I want to cut some, and maybe I want to cut some of these artifacts over here. But that's basically the deck. And let's go through the last few games. I'll try to go fast. Fast, so the video is not super long. I'm gonna go here. Game history. Okay. This is the last match I played. I played against Greasefang. Okay. I'm on the play. My starting hand is completely broken. I have the combo, and I have double Rona. It's like one of the most broken hands you could ever draw. Opponent has turn 1 Thoughtseize. They break up the combo. They choose to get the Retraction Helix, which means they probably don't have Fatal Push. They don't have a way to like kill the Rona. Plays Raphine's Informant. I get to loot. I get to loot again. I get to play Jason loot again, and this is kind of like how broken I get to loot 3 times with to look for my combo. He plays Greasefang. I have Otawara. Otawara is only 2 mana here, but I don't even need to bounce to Greasefang. I have the win wrapped up because my Jace can bring back Retraction Helix, so I could have even just let the Greasefang stay in play. And here I go infinite mana. I have Tyvar or Realm and Realmbreaker. Either one of these cards with infinite mana can win me the game. Okay, so that was game 1. Let's go to game 2. Okay, game 2, I just keep a greedy hand. I'm not sure if it's a key. I feel like I'm kind of like far behind, so I wanted to try to get lucky. I've got Rona, Double Mox, Amber, Karn. It just feels like if I draw 1 land, my hand's super, super good. This deck is very, very different when you don't get Rona in play. So it's almost like the Lotus Field deck kind of needs to get Lotus Field in play. This deck kind of needs to get Rona in play. Okay. So this game, I just never hit my land drop. He kills my Mox Amber, which is probably not wise for him. And I'm just getting dunked on. Plays Lily, I scoop. Okay, wasn't really a game. Here, I have another like similarly really busted draw. I've turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Rona, which is like the best start you can get in this deck. Has nothing. If they have Fatal Push, they probably used it. Unless they're super disciplined. Okay, kill my thing. I loot into Ren, which is insane here. I get to untap Rona and play a 3-mana Planeswalker, bring back Mox Amber, that's GG. I have Retraction Helix. Can win the game on the spot here. So I turn 3 comboed him twice, I think. Yeah, it seems like his deck doesn't have Fatal Push, right? Main deck, so it's pretty hard for him to interact. If I play turn 2 Rona, I'm probably pretty favored against Greasefang. Okay, that was one. Here's another match. Not sure what this was against. Oh, this is against red-green, but my opponent made some really questionable plays here. So again, I have turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Rona, super strong. Opponent has turn 1 Elf as well. Play my Rona. Opponent has turn 2 Stormseeker. This is kind of scary, but I could win the game next turn potentially, right? I'm gonna get a lot of loots to find my combo. Okay, so loot. Play Tyvar. Loot. Untap my Elf. Play Jace. So I got 3 loots there. I've got a dig through time in my hand. I'm feeling pretty good here. Worst case scenario would be if he like kills my Rona. But it doesn't look like he has a way to kill my Rona. Kills Jace and kills my Tyvar. Don't really need the Tyvar. And now I can dig through time and try to find the combo. So here's where dig through time is just way better than Treasure Cruise. I choose Karn Retraction Helix, which gives me the combo. So I can now combo next turn as long as he doesn't kill Rona. I win. Because I can Karn for the Mox Amber. And he Crone Wars my Keenan? Why? Yeah, super loose. I guess it's okay if he has it's reasonable if he has Boseiju in his hand. Which he does have Boseiju in his hand, so he could break up my combo if he uses it on the Mox Amber, but he Boseiju's a breeding pool? Like, I just don't understand. I'm so confused. So I just combo him here. Okay. So I should have lost that game, definitely. But that's like one of the advantages if you're playing a brand new combo deck is like some people just may not understand what to do, but it seems like it'd be pretty obvious. You should take Rona, not Keenan. Or you should not Boseiju a land on the draw step. Okay, here I keep a greedy keep. But again, I like to be greedy if I have Rona. Okay, rewarded. Top deck blue mana. This deck plays like 17 blue sources, 17 green sources, so you pretty much need blue and green, otherwise deck doesn't function, so that's why I have an equal number of blue and green. I don't think this elf is doing anything, so I'm okay trading it for a land. Maybe that was a mistake, I don't know. I would have maybe liked to have the elf here to be able to use retraction. Stomps my guy, that's fine. Keenan's also doing absolutely nothing. Okay, top deck Rona, probably like the only draw that could potentially get me out of this. So pretty insane top deck. Plays a Chariot, which actually is not too bad for me here. Because if I draw Mox Amber, I win. Okay, I'll just try to stay at more life in case I draw like Mana Confluence. Okay, I draw a land, draw Karn, GG. Play Karn, get the Mox Amber. So here it shows you really the power of being able to search up Mox Amber with Karn. And I can make infinite mana, win the game. Okay, so we beat Greasefang, green-red, although maybe should have lost to green-red. I forget what this is. Okay, this hand is great. Play turn 2 Tyvar. Opponent is on Greasefang, I believe. Okay, play Mystic. Opponent is holding up Grizzly Salvage, most likely. Tyvar, untap, play Elf. So that's one of the advantages of playing lots of Elves, is you get to do this play, which is pretty strong. Opponent has double Parhelion, scary. If he has Greasefang, I'm probably dead. Okay. Now I'm probably way ahead. Doesn't have Greasefang. And now he can search for Greasefang, but I can have Retraction Helix up for the Greasefang. So here, a lot of times against Greasefang, you just want to play Karn and Plus. I pretty much have this game locked up. Even if he plays Greasefang, I can bounce it. And now I can find Paradox Engine. So I have the Paradox Engine kill here. I don't know why he didn't play Greasefang. I don't know what he's holding up. But whatever it is, can't stop my infinite mana with Paradox Engine. So with Paradox Engine and Retraction Helix, if you have anything that taps for mana, you just get infinite mana. You keep bouncing Box Amber. Okay, so he scoops. So that's one of the cool kills you can do with a deck. Without Rona, you can still win. Paradox Engine's pretty busted. Option to build this deck even with main deck Paradox Engine, potentially. Although 5 mana is a lot of money. This hand's amazing again. So I've been drawing pretty well in this league. Okay, so just for Swamp turn 1. I've got Elvish Mystic. Graphene's Informant, it's pretty scary. If he's got Greasefang, I'm in trouble. Although honestly, if he plays Greasefang, there's potential I could combo him. Okay, kills my elf, plays Duress, grabs Tyvar. Untapping with Rona feels really, really good. Okay, I drew one part of the combo. Keenan, drew the Mox Amber, GG. So I have infinite mana, I got the Karn. Okay, so beat Greasefang twice and beat Red-Green once. Let's look at this one. Ominous Milk. This hand's pretty bad. I don't know if I should keep this or not, but it can make a lot of mana, so I have a lot of really good draws. I can draw any of my Planeswalkers. I can draw Rona, Jace. Even Dig Through Time's not terrible here. Okay, drew Karn, super good. And this is like the other way you can win with this deck. If you don't get the Rona combo, you can just rush a Karn into play early, and you can dunk on your opponent with Karn. It's hard for most decks to beat Karn. It comes out really early. Like the passive ability of shutting down artifacts is really, really good. So here I'm just going to get a Sky Sovereign, and I'm just going to play a mid-range game. Like, I don't even have to combo here. Deadly Dispute. One-Time Harvester. I'm probably going to plus the Sky Sovereign. Okay, so I play a Tyvar here, and get back Keenan, plus the Sky Sovereign, and he just scoops. Okay. Game 2. So I'm playing against the red-black sacrifice deck. Cauldron Familiar. So here I've got like a super mana hand. Attacks me for 1. I can play Keenan double elf here. Keenan double elf. I have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 mana next turn. So here's a situation where like Paradox Engine would be insane. I decided to use one of my Retraction Helixes to bounce the Mayhem Devil, because if he untaps with this, I'm screwed. And I just really need to draw like... I'm pretty screwed. I need to draw like Tyvar into Rona or something. Okay, drew Tyvar. Minus the Tyvar, no Rona. If I drew Rona there, I would have won the game. he steals my guy. In a lot of trouble. Okay, scooped here. I could have maybe tried to play, but he's gonna play Mayhem Devil and copy it, and bad things are gonna happen to me. Okay. So I guess that was a game where I kind of just flooded out. I didn't have enough action. Okay, I'll probably keep this hand. It's got a lot of mana sources, but if I can get a looter with my Tyvar, then I can start looting away the extra lands. Again, I think Pioneer is all about curving out. It's not so much about card advantage. So you want to keep hands that let you curve out. Okay, that sucks. You got all my stuff. I need to draw something good. Draw Karn. Okay. If I can survive one turn. Okay, that's kind of scary, but he's missing his land drop, so. Again, see, my opponent didn't curve out, so that's why he's in a lot of trouble. Okay, Mayhem Devil. I can kill that with Sky Sovereign. So I'm going to lose my Karn here. Thoughtseize takes Elvish Mystic, Fable, Karn's dead. Okay, so now it's going to be a grindy game. He's out of cards in hand. I'm going to Takenuma, see what I get. I got my Karn back. Pass. I need him to blank here. Okay, he just drew a land. Text me for 5. Now I can plus Karn on the Sky Sovereign potentially here. Okay, I drew Traction Helix, so my plan is to just plus my Sky Sovereign and sit back, and then Retraction Helix the Goblin token. Assuming he draws nothing. Okay, he drew a land. He's going for me, not for Karn, which I think is a mistake. It's definitely a mistake, but okay. This means I get to find something with Karn. Oh no, I decided to attack Sky Sovereign. Play Jace, hold up Otawara. My plan is just to Otawara this man land that he's gonna activate. Okay. My Karn's on 7, feels pretty good. Drew Retraction Helix. Play Zeke. I'm just so far ahead now. Scoops. Okay. So beat Red Black Sacrifice, beat 2 Greasefangs, and what was this? Let's see how bad my memory is. Oh, red green. Okay. This was my opponent played really tight, and I think I made some play mistakes. So my hand's insane. Really, really good hand. And he doesn't have a turn 1 play. Play Rona. I think in this case you want to play Rona just because you can bring it back with Tyvar. Force them to kill it and then bring it back. Okay, so he's got the double removal spell, which sucks, but I should. So I just mismanaged my resources there. I should have like played Dig Through Time into Jace or something. I tried to like force another kill, but if he's got the Fatal Push there, I just get so punished. Yeah. So I really should have won this game. I just kind of mismanaged my resources, trying to go for another kill when I should have just played it more slowly. But here I'm gonna Dig Through Time. Get another Dig Through Time. It's got Croxa coming up. definitely convinced Dig Through Time is the... So I grab Karn Rejection Helix. I don't even know what I'm gonna Karn for here. Maybe a plus? Yeah, probably plus. Now it's just like, can I try to protect these Planeswalkers? But it's tough. Opponent prioritizes the Planeswalkers intelligently. Oh, but he F6 through his turn and didn't attack. Oh my god. And I still lost this game. Also because he needs another kill spell here. Because I got the Rona, he needs another kill spell or else he's dead. So my opponent also had like drew all the kill spells. Yeah, drew another Fatal Push. So one of the ways you lose with this deck is if your opponent gets a bunch of creatures into play, and they still have like more disruption, because then they can nuke your Planeswalkers. This deck, in a long game, really relies on its Planeswalkers. So like when your opponent has enough pressure in play, especially like flyers that you can't block, that's pretty much how you lose. When you stop being able to keep your Planeswalkers around. Crux is scary. Yeah, I don't want to watch this game anymore. It's sad. I should have won that game for sure. Okay, I'm mulligan. I have turn 2 Jace potentially, but it'll probably die. There's so many ways for him to kill it. Okay, I have to go now. So yeah, I lost this, so that's 4-1. Hope you guys enjoy this video and hope to see you guys in the next video.